Let me find Jamie Harrison. Look at what he says here. He says, I will say this with no ill will or animosity. If you hate the Democratic Party, then please don't run for our nomination. Don't use our resources. Don't rely on our volunteers. Don't use our infrastructure. Don't ask Democrats to invest their time, money, and energy in your campaign. Focus on building the party you actually support. Political parties aren't perfect, but they're built by millions of people who knock doors, make calls, organize meetings, blah, blah, blah. If you don't believe in the party, then don't ask its members to carry you across the finish line. But like, yo, dude, to a degree, I understand the idea that like, okay, like support the party, but like, wait a second. These same guys have been asking leftists to support their candidates when they win. But now that the DSA candidates win, they're like, oh, right? They want to fucking they want to have both sides of the fence. And that's problematic. Look at what Pastor Ben says. I thought his response was really good. He said, Brother Jamie, you should be so lucky to get people inside the Democratic Party who hate what it has become. Corporate, Zionist, Republican light neoliberalism isn't working for anyone, which is why Democratic socialists are fucking being elected all over the country. Be grateful they're bringing voters to what Harry Belafonte referred to as the ravages of what's left of the Democratic Party. Now, I just think this is fucking crazy because, again, guys, I feel like a lot of this has to do with the Middle East war machine. And I, for one, am fucking sick of it because this is really hypocritical, okay? Because the thing about this is if you look at Zohran Mamdani, he doesn't openly hate the Democratic Party. He is run as an open Democrat and a DSA, a member of two parties. The Democratic Party inherently is going to be a wide coalition. The Democratic Party is not going to be one thing. Okay, the DSA is part of the Democratic Party. I don't see how they can say that it's like a separate party. I don't see that like DSA being a separate party. It's literally the same party, just minus the fealty to the Middle East war machine and minus the fealty to only corporate interests. But look at what Fetterman said, guys, because this is crazy. Watch this. Okay, now I don't even care. We know Fetterman is like Republican light, but forget about the Republican light for a moment and just think about what he says here as an American. Okay?
All right, let me ask this. Why the deep hatred for Israel? Why?
Yeah, because I mean, if you have such contempt for Israel, I mean, of course, you're also anti-American. And
dude, did you hear that? If you have a contempt for Israel, you're also anti-American. Whoa! What the fuck, bro? If you have contempt for Europe, you are not anti-American, you're anti-Europe. If you have contempt for Canada, you're not anti-American, you're anti-Canada. But this motherfucker actually said, if you have contempt for Israel, you are anti-American. And like, guys, what the fuck does that mean, bro? Now, the thing about this isn't even Fetterman being a turncoat. There are a lot of corporate Democrats that are of this same idea that you can't be an American without full support of the Middle East war machine, guys. These guys have created this idea that you can't be a patriotic American without going all in on Israel, the Middle East war machine. And that is f***ed up. And again, this is not just MAGA, okay? This is not just a MAGA thing. I mean, the MAGA are certainly Zionists to the hilt, but a lot of Democrats, a lot of centrist corporate Dems are where Fetterman is here, where they believe that part of being an American is empowering that bully in the Middle East. And dude, I am not okay with that shit. Tonight was the first bow shot that is letting the Democratic establishment know that the future wants a different form of government. We want a Democratic Party that is actually going to focus on taking care of the people. But yeah, dude, this is crazy, dude. Listen to him, though.
Because, I mean, if you have such contempt for Israel, I mean, of course, you're also anti-American and you're anti-Western civilization, and you're, anti-capitalism and the American way of life. I mean,
dude, did you see what he combined there? If you have contempt for Israel, you are anti-American, you are anti-Western civilization, you are anti-capitalism, and you are anti the American way of life. All because you want that fucking war machine in the Middle East to stop genociding people? Dude, that's fucked up, guys. Okay? Now, guys, mind you, in college, I was in a Jewish fraternity. Okay? I have deep, deep ties to people of the Jewish religion that go all the way back 30 years. Okay? Deep ties. Nothing but love for my Jewish compadres. But this Israeli government, this Israeli war machine, this Muslim fucking idea that the Christians and the Jewish Israeli Zionists need to be warring with Muslims all the time and fucking taking over the whole Middle East is fucking bullshit, dude. And I am my blinders have completely been taken off. Okay? Because sure, dude, there are a ton of weird people Jake Shields and Nick Fuentes and all these anti-Semitic people that are out there that are actually doing this Jewish cabal controlling the world shit. And they've been doing the George Soros stereotypes, Tucker and Candace and all that for years. And fuck those guys. But I'm not even talking about those guys. I'm talking about a very legitimate thing that has nothing to do with Jewish people, that has nothing to do with Jewish religious culture, that has everything to do with this idea that if we're not killing every brown person in the Middle East, we are being un-American. That we need to be constantly at war with everybody who is not a Judeo-Christian white-passing person. It is like the supremacy is off the fucking hook, dude. And they're being so blatant about it, okay? They are being so blatant about it. This is literally, guys, this is like a form of mental illness. I have never seen a legislator say something that was so crazy where he basically tied all of American life. He was like, you can't support American life without having to have fealty to Israel.
I mean, if you have such contempt for Israel, I mean, of course, you're also anti-American and you're anti-Western civilization, and you're, anti-capitalism and the American way of life. I mean, now, they're all socialists, of course, and now there's communists and now Marxists, and now they're proud of this. And now, of course, we have 𝗞𝗙𝗃 in Maine. That's another one he's a self-avowed.
Dude, he calls Graham Plattner 𝗞𝗙𝗃. Dude, Fetterman. Dude, all I can say about this, Fetterman, GTFO, buddy. Nancy, ugly fucking Mace Fetterman, dude. Yeah, your career's done, boss. You better hope MAGA come and fucking fluff those balls. Yo, Fetterman, what up, you fucking ogre? It's Political Punk here. Yo, dude, What's going on with that nose, bro? Holy shit, dude. You get that thing stuck in the car door and start shaking your head or what? What the bro? Dude, what the is wrong with you? What is this Israel shit? Like now, what do I have to do? I have to give Benjamin Netanyahu a knobby to be considered an American? Like what the bro? Do I have to give Ben-Gvir head in order to get a flag on the 4th of July? You fucking idiot. What are you doing? You're spending all day on Hannity? You pee hustle? Dude, you are brain dead, bro. You big dumb ogre. All right, fuck you. Bye-bye. By the way, you're losing. You're out. You're done. You're Nancy Mace. Fuck you. Bye-bye. Dude, it's like you gotta like polish Netanyahu's knob in order to get a fucking gold star in America now. What the hell, dude? He called him pee hustle.
I know, of course, we have P. Hustle in Maine. You know, that's another one. He's a self-avowed, communist too. Now, that's not even
self-avowed communist
and a significant part of the Democratic Party right now.
Dude, self-avowed communist. Dude, Kermit does need a raise. What is up, guys? Thank you so much for watching. You like the video, you want to support independent resistance media, you know what to do. Drop that sub, hit the like button, and please share it. And we do love our members, so if you want to become a member, it's another really great way to support. Thanks again for everything, guys. I'll see you next time. Let's go.